Hey, young men, it's your boy Unlucky Sevens back in here with another video. Um, I want to talk about distractions today. Distraction from you fulfilling your purpose in life, distractions from you being successful in life. And I would say there are three major distractions for young men. Um, the last two kind of go hand in hand, but we'll get to that when we get there. All right, so th- let's get right into it. The first major distraction for young men, I would say, starting from I don't know age 12 and above, right, is video games. I know you might not want to hear that, you might not even believe it, but it is a distraction from the things that really matter in life. Just think about it this way, right? The things that really matter in life is your ability to learn a skill that you can contribute to society, right? Or to even discover something that you can contribute to society that people will want to give you money for, right? If you if you want to learn a skill, that'll take effort and time and energy put into that, right? You have to commit to learning that skill. You have to learn it to the point where you can teach it. You have to let it consume you so that you can be an expert at it in order to put it out into society and let it make money for you, right? In order to learn that skill, the time that it takes is very precious because time is one of those things that you could never get back. You let's say a brand new game comes out, Call of Duty or Final Fantasy, whatever the latest MMO is. Those games are time consuming. They're grinding, right? And even while you're still in school, you're in junior high school, you're going through college, and the latest game come out, and yeah, it's addictive. Yeah, you want to play it. Yeah, you want to get good so you can be the top of the leaderboards, so you can, 1v1, you can PvP and beat everybody else and, claim to be the best, but does that really matter? Think about it. How important is it to be the best at the latest game unless it's something that you're going to do to make a business. It's going to be your livelihood. Some people, they can become professional gamers, and I'm not knocking that. But if being a professional gamer is not your calling, if streaming video games is not your calling, right? It's not something you can commit to. It's not something that you can, grind out and make a living at. It's just something you want to do in your pastime. Then it's not the best use of your time because it's taken away from something that you could be learning that'll give you a skill that'll make you valuable, right? That's the whole goal here. You want to learn a skill that'll make you valuable to society to where people would come and want to give you money for that skill. Let's say you you want to learn how to I don't know, fix cars, for example. You know, if you want to learn how to fix computers, if you want to learn how to cook, you know, if you want to design fashion, you know, if you want to be a filmmaker, an actor, these are the things that you should be investing your time into to polish your craft, to develop your craft, to become an expert at. That's how you become successful at something. And for one Japanese culture, I can think of off the bat, the Japanese, going back to feudal Japan, they would wake up in the morning, and as soon as they wake up, they would start working on their craft. Whether it's smithing, whether if it's archery, whether if it's agriculture, planting, harvesting, sowing seeds, working on their swordsmanship from sun up to sundown. That's what they do. And yeah, I don't know if you know this, but the Japanese are very skilled at what they do. They became one of the strongest warriors in history with the samurai. They've, recovered from World War II after, the unfortunate bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which devastated their country. They recovered from that to become one of the most economically successful nations in the world. You can't really go into anybody's home without there being a Japanese product, whether it's a TV or a stove or a fridge or something, or even a video game system, right? But that takes dedication, and that takes you committing yourself to your skill. And if you want to, sit at home and turn on your video game system and commit hours of your time to that, that's a distraction from what you could be doing to learn a valuable skill that people would want to give you money for, that would make you yourself valuable, you know? As young men, you may not have heard this anywhere, but young men in general, are not born with value. Aside from your direct family, you are not considered valuable. When you become an adult, and if you have nothing to contribute to society, if you don't want to work, if you don't have a skill, if there's nothing that people would want to flock to you for, then you're not considered valuable as a man. If you become homeless, right? If you become homeless, there are there it's highly likely that you'll have to pull yourself out of the mud, because nobody's going to pull you out. It's highly unlikely that somebody's going to come along and see you on the side of the road and say, "Hey man, that guy's down on his luck. Let me help him out. Hey man, come to my place. Take a shower. I'll give you a hot meal. I'll help you get back on your feet." That's highly not. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Um, if you're homeless, you'll be lucky if people give you enough money so you can, buy a meal as a man. But let's say that there's a man on the side of the road, and then there's a puppy on the side of the road that's homeless. People will come and pick up that puppy, pick it up, take it home, feed it, and nourish it, right? But they'll leave you there on the side of the road starving. That's because men are not considered valuable in society unless they have something to contribute. And in order for you to make yourself valuable, you have to commit time to learning a skill that would make you valuable, right? And that's the point I'm trying to get across here. And video games is one of the biggest distractions for young men to committing that time to making themselves valuable. Um, it's something difficult to do. It takes a lot of self-discipline to, put this into your mind and say, hey, I cannot spend an entire day in front of this TV, you know, playing this game unless I'm using it to make money, or unless I'm using it to make myself valuable. That's something you have to control. Set a time. Say, okay, hey, I'm gonna play for this amount of time, and then that's it. You got to cut it off. You can't let it consume your time. You can't, because you will eventually become addicted. And once you become addicted, your whole life will revolve around the amount of time you want to contribute to gaming, and it's going to take away. It's going to take away from you. Um, you might not believe it. You might not want to. You might not want to. You might not want to hear this, but contributing hours and hours of your life to playing a game that is not gonna teach you a skill that you plan on using to being able to make yourself money, to make a living, to allow you to be valuable, to be a provider. It's it's not a good use of your time. That's the best way I can put it. That's the best way I can put it. When you reach a certain age, you'll go through puberty. You'll become a man. You'll be attracted to women. You're gonna want to go on dates, right? In order to go on dates, you're gonna have to be able to attract the attention of a woman, and you're gonna have to be able to have resources in order to help you do that. And in order to gain resources, you're gonna have money, which money is the primary resource, right? And that money is what will mainly attract women to you, to take them out, to go places, so you can spend time with them, so that they can build in their attraction to you. If a woman isn't attracted to you right off the bat, you're gonna have to spend time with her. And even if she is attracted to you, you're still gonna have to spend time with her for her to gain a certain level of comfort with you, to where she'll want to be around you, and escalate the relationship to something more meaningful. So to spend most of your time on gaming, it's going to take away from you gaining those resources. It's going to take away from you making yourself valuable, and it's something that you're going to have to discipline yourself with, and remember that. Yeah. So this video is gotten a bit longer. I was hoping to fit 3 into one video, but it's already been going on 12 minutes now. So I'm gonna cut this one short and turn this into a 3-part series for the other distractions that I consider is a major hindrance to young men. All right, thanks for listening, guys.